All right, let's continue to do some factoring. Hopefully the more you see it, the better it's going to get. So this is our second day looking at this. So I'm going to start by writing my parentheses, and in this case we have an a variable of x. Setting up my x puzzle, I have a product of positive 15 and a sum of positive 8. So both are positive, which means I need both positive signs inside those binomials. So I'm going to list my factors of 15. So I have 1 and 15, not going to work. 3 and 5, and that is it. So it looks like 3 and 5 are it. So I'm going to put a plus 3 and a plus 5. It doesn't matter the order as long as you have both of them there, because that's where we are. All right, so x squared plus 5x plus 3x plus 15. Combining these two middle terms, so we have x squared plus 8x plus, that should have been a 15, plus 15. It works out. So that means this here is our solution. Our factored trinomial becomes those two binomials. All right, I'm going to start by setting this guy up. My puzzle, I have a product of a positive 24, but a sum of negative 11. So that's where it's going to get tricky. Because my sum is negative, but my product is positive, that means I'm going to have both negative binomials. So in this case, we're going to list all our factors of 24. So we have 1 and 24. That's not going to work. 2 and 12. No. 3 and 8, possibly, and 4 and 6. Now I'm looking for a sum of negative 11, so it looks like 8 and 3 is it. So I have a plus 3 and a plus 8. So, oh, not plus. Wow. Oh, where my brain went there. Negative 3 and negative 8. So when I go to fill these in, I have 3 and 8. Doesn't matter the order. Again, you can write it as x minus 8 times x minus 3. Doesn't matter, but let's check. So I have x squared minus 8x minus 3x plus 24. Combining my like terms, I have x squared minus 11x plus 24. Gives us what we need, so that means our solution is these one. All right, setting is up. Product of negative 15, sum of positive 2. So because I have a product that's negative, that means I'm going to need one of each, no matter what. So I'm going to go ahead and list my factors of 15. 1 and 15, and 3 and 5. So it's going to have to be 3 and 5, but I'm going to decide which one is positive and which one is negative. So because I have one of each, my sum needs to be positive, so that means the larger value needs to be the positive one. So here's that. Let's check our work. X squared minus 3x plus 5x minus 15. Combining my two terms in the middle, I get that positive 2x, which is what main reason I'm checking. So because I get that, I get this. Everything is good to go. All right, here's our last one. I'm going to suggest you stop the video progressively, maybe write it down, try it, and then come back and watch or something. I want you to make sure you're truly getting this, because right now it's simple. But in the next phase of this is having a value for A, which is going to be a lot more tricky. So in this case, I have a negative product of 35 and a negative sum of 2. So because it's negative, I'm going to have one of each. So let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 7. Looks like that's where we're at, 5 and 7. Now, because I have one of each, my sum needs to be negative. That means 7 will be the negative one, 5 will be positive. So this will be 5, this will be 7. So as I multiply, to check my answer, x squared minus 7x plus 5x minus 35. Combining my two middle terms gives me that negative 2x, which is the one that's really the tricky part. So that means these two will be my binomials.